Welcome, friends. Sir Nigel Coggs logging into BetterPvP for the first time. Apparently, a lot of people already know who I am. Anyhow, I received some comments on my most recent clans video about this new clans server and a request to take a look at it. Right now, the server, I believe, is based in Australia. So, that's interesting. Anyhow, I'm taking a look at it. And I just logged in, and this is, apparently, the spawn area. Even though it's a different design than Mineplex clans, it still seems somewhat similar in that I'm guessing we're floating up in the air, and you pick which side you want to hop off of to start doing whatever. And there's a travel hub right here. Let's take a look. Red shop, blue shop, blue spawn, red spawn. I should also mention that I'm using 1.16.1 because, from what I've been told, this particular version of clans on this server uses 1.16.1. One thing I notice right away is that this server doesn't seem to have that annoying name tag that's constantly bouncing around above you like Mineplex clans does. So that's a good improvement. Taking a look at the class customizations, I see some of the classes have slightly different names. There's the Gladiator class instead of the Brute, the Paladin class instead of the Mage. The other classes seem to have the same name, and then there's the Warlock class, which I believe is new to this server. And I'm absolutely going to have to blur out the chat here. I could just turn the chat off, but, people do try to talk to me from time to time. Anyhow, it looks like this is the main way to enter the game itself, is on this side of the spawn, this way to the fields. I wonder if they mean fields like the wilderness area, or if they mean fields like Mineplex clans means fields where it's a mining area. Either way, here we go. All right. I'm guessing they must mean just a wilderness area. And there are already a bunch of people hopping around here. Now, there haven't been any messages about creating a new clan, but I'm going to guess the clan commands are similar to what they are on Mineplex. Very good, and now we just need to find an area to claim. I probably should have teleported to one of the shop locations instead and made my my new base close to that. We have some dirt, might as well get some wood to go along with it. And it looks like the wood falls on this version of clans as you punch it. Makes it rather convenient for collecting the wood, I would say. Will the tree automatically replant itself? It doesn't look like it. There you go, little tree. There certainly seems to be a greater diversity of biomes on this map than on Mineplex. Of course, I'm going to be comparing it to Mineplex most of the way through the video just to see how it differs. Take this wooden block. And of course, another difference is there apparently are recipes, which is nice. And there's also redstone. on this server. You can actually use redstone for something. Let's go ahead and claim an area right here. A fairly nice indication of the area we own, and because this is 1.16, it means we can also turn on chunk borders like this to make it even more obvious where the chunks are. And by the way, if you don't know about turning on chunk borders, you press F3 plus G. So the very first thing I need to do is build sort of a beginning temporary shelter that we can work from to get a base set up. So let's go ahead and turn on chunk borders to make sure we're staying within the chunk. And I think we'll just make an underground shelter to begin with. Oh, well, look at this. It's not letting us place a regular door. Although, it's converting the doors into iron doors. Well, that's interesting. I have to say, even though this server is based in Australia, so far it's less laggy than the Mineplex server. Get a few torches going in here, light the place up some. You can see there we've found the chunk border. So in order to prevent someone from being able to dig down right next to the border and get in, we'll put 2 blocks in front of it, like that. And I think this is a perfectly decent place to set home, right here for now. It looks like in this version of Clans, when you set your home, it doesn't actually place a bed like it does in Mineplex Clans. It just sets a location for your home, like in other warp systems from other game types, where you can just warp back to that location with the right command. There is some gravel here we have to be careful about. As long as gravel works the same way in this version of Clans, where people can dig the gravel even if it's in a claimed area. As it so often is, it looks like it's wood punching time again. Oh, it looks like the old gravel collection trick works for trees too. Energy apple. Not just a regular apple, but an energy apple. Although maybe that torch collecting technique didn't really work, because this says we only have 2 oak logs. And I think we should have gotten more than just 2 oak logs from that tree. Anyhow, that's enough of a start for this new server with our very fancy beginning base, which we're just going to use as a basic base to hold all our stuff while we build a better base on the surface. But it looks like this server is interesting and could certainly have potential. So let me know what you think of this server, and if you'd be interested in seeing more videos on it. So, as always, thanks for watching, and liking and subscribing are wonderful things to do.